Hello, welcome to Reading Rascals. I'm Miss Shannon. Thank you for joining me today. We will be discussing Thanksgiving. I will show you a few fun, easy activities for your children, along with reading from the book, The Most Thankful Thing, written by Lisa McCourt, illustrated by Sid Moore. Let's begin. I'd like to start talking about alphabet texture cards. Now, it is true you can purchase these. However, I think it's more fun for you and your child to make these. I will use the acorns that I picked today under the tree as an example. This is a wonderful time to find things readily available right outside your house, maybe even in your backyard. I picked these because they were there. They also have a really smooth, wonderful feel. Now, making texture cards are fun and easy. You start with just a clean piece of cardboard. I like to use cardboard because the textures can get heavy and you wouldn't want them to rip. So using cardboard is important. I also would encourage you to use a thicker Elmer's glue. A glue stick is not going to be, it won't hold it. It'll be too heavy for you. So I use the A. I outline the A. Then I would take a Q-tip and let your child put the glue on it and then add the texture. So in this case, I did the A for acorn. So this is what it looks like as you help your child. And then when you're done, we let it dry and there's your texture. I like the texture cards because it does two things for your children. One, it shows them the letter. And then two, they get to actually trace it. Now, remember, when we are tracing, we always want to start from the top and go down, top to bottom when you're working on the tracing. I would also suggest picking your textures before you pick the letter. For example, if your child says, I want to use W, and you parents think, I don't have anything that starts with the wah around the house. Start with what you have. For example, I have a lot of broken crayons. I'm sure you do too. So that makes a perfect one for C, using that k sound. Again, all you'll do is you will make the C, let your child then glue on the crayons. I also used some broken plastic necklaces to trace the letter N. Again, starting from the top, moving down, back up, down again for your N, your N sound. I like to choose things that have fun, different texture feels. You could even ask your child, what did you prefer, the acorn or the necklace? Why? Which one felt better to your touch? It's not a right or wrong, it's what your child prefers. So these are just a fun, easy way to make what I call texture cards. Secondly, I'm going to show you how to make a pine cone turkey. Now, this is a fun, simple activity that you could do with your child. It could be used on your Thanksgiving table, maybe. Again, look outside, you're going to find a pine cone. Trying to find a pine cone that is open. That'll make that a little easier for their fingers to put in the feathers. Now, in my craft box, I had feathers available. If you don't, that's okay. A couple things you could do is you can use construction paper. What I would suggest, make the feathers so they can trace them and then cut them out. You want your children to be cutting as often as they can. Use those little fingers, right? If you do not have colored construction paper, go ahead and just put it on white piece of paper and then let your children color the feathers how they want to. Then once they decorate it, they're just going to glue it and put them in, just like I did, but now they're going to use paper if they don't have the feathers. So see how we're just kind of putting it in there? Then you could make a yellow beak if you wanted. You could put on the wattle and the snood. Yes, that's right. That's a new word, isn't it, Rascals? The word snood refers to, on a wild turkey, this piece right here. So here's their wattle, here's their beak, and this is what's called a snood. I know, we learn something new every day. So here's my Pinecone turkey. Lastly, I made just a hand turkey. Now these are really simple. Yes, this is Miss Shannon's hand. I traced it and then I cut it out. Your children could put their hand down. You could trace it for them or they could do it themselves, cut it out. Depending on the age of your child, you could have them decorate it and then they could say to you, I am most thankful for, and you could write that on the fingers. Now, for some of my older students, you might even be able to read what Miss Shannon wrote. I have my sight word, I am, then I have an H brother here, thankful for. I am thankful for. Again, for my younger students, tell your family what you're thankful for and they can write it for you. For my older students, you might want to write a one-letter word. You might say mom. How would I write that? Ah, Do you hear it? Yes. If you were writing mom, M-O-M. If you wanted to say dog, D-A-G. You hear it? You're right, D-O-G. So you could come up with dad, mom, sister, brother, whatever you think you can hear. And if you want to go one step further, you might give me a sentence. I am thankful for fun at school, right? I am thankful for my soccer team. Get creative, but this is your chance and your time to tell me what you are thankful for. And again, this is very simple. You're just using your hand, tracing it, decorating it, and then writing what you are thankful for. Now, Rascals, a lot of you know when it's story time, we're joined by my friend, Ray the raccoon. Ray, were you chasing turkeys? You see all those feathers he's collected? I think we know he's been outside. Okay, settle in, everybody. I am going to read to you from The Most Thankful Thing. Again, the author is Lisa McCourt. The illustrator is Sid Moore. Get cozy, Rascals. Enjoy. One morning, I found Mama sitting real still, all by herself. She never did that. What you doing? I asked her. Mama smiled. I'm giving thanks, she said. I'm thinking about my whole life and remembering all the wonderful things I have to be thankful for. I asked Mama, in your whole long, long life, what are you the very most thankful for? Oh, that's an easy one, said Mama, but you have to guess what it is. I ran to get Mama's big scrapbook. I knew all her most favorite memories were in there. Wow, summer camp looks like so much fun, I said. Was that your most thankful thing? Summer camp was great. We toasted marshmallows and sang songs and slept in sleeping bags and looked for animal footprints. But even if we had splashed down waterfalls on hollow logs and danced with bears in the moonlight, it wouldn't have been as great as my very most thankful thing. Mama, here you are with your soccer team. You all won a trophy. Was that your most thankful thing? I had good friends on that team. I scored a goal once. But even if I had been the strongest, fastest player in the league, it wouldn't have been as wonderful as my most thankful thing. There you are playing your guitar on stage. Were you nervous? Was that your most thankful thing? I practiced a long time to be able to play that song, and I was proud to be in the concert. But even if I had become a famous rock star, it wouldn't have been as special as my most thankful thing. Mama, here you are in high school. You are the editor of your yearbook. That sounds like a very important job. I bet that was your most thankful thing. I loved being editor, but if I had become a real writer and written the best-selling book in the world and made $1 trillion, it would never top my most thankful thing. You looked really pretty at your prom, Mama. Was that your most thankful thing? I danced until my feet hurt, and then I kicked off my shoes and I danced some more. The prom was exciting, but even if I had been at a royal ball like Cinderella, my most thankful thing would still be much, much better. Was it your most thankful thing when you acted in a play in college? It was a very small part, but even if I had been in a leading role in a big important movie and I had won an award, it wouldn't have topped my most thankful thing. I know, Mama, I know. You look so happy in this picture at your very first job. Was that your most thankful thing? My first job was super, but you know what? Even if I got a job as President of the United States, it wouldn't be as good as my most thankful thing. Oh, Mama, I figured it out. Here you are at your wedding with Daddy. You're smiling so big, Mama. That must be your most thankful thing. Marrying Daddy was truly a great thing. It could have been the very best. But there's this one other thing. Your most thankful thing must be awesome. It must be amazing. I give up. What is it, Mama? Just when I thought I couldn't be any happier, I held you for the first time. I felt your soft, sweet breath on my skin and your warm, tiny body against mine. And then I knew that nothing could ever be better and that forevermore you would be my most thankful thing. Forevermore, Mama, forevermore. Forevermore, Rascals, you are your family's most thankful thing. This is for you, Peanut. Thank you, Rascals, for sharing this time with me. If you would like to get more information on my online reading classes, you could go to my website at readingrascals.org. I'll see you soon.